Hey guys!
Welcome back to our channel.
Sorry, it's been a while.
We literally say that every time.
I know.
Just keep your expectations low.
Yes, but we have a good excuse if you've been following really college football. I mean, there's been a lot of craziness that's been going on recently.
But we'll get more into that when we get into the questions.
Yes. Yeah, so today we, you know, just to kind of get back in the groove of this thing, just doing like a little Q&A with you guys. So any questions you guys may have been wondering during this time of chaos, I'm sure we probably have the same questions as well, but we'll do our best to answer them. Some not football related as well.
I know, we haven't even done a Q&A since we got married, we realized. So,
right, so
obviously a lot has changed since then.
Yes.
We're married.
Yes, if you guys missed that, yeah, we're married. Just get to it. What have you guys been wondering?
Yeah, we asked you guys on Instagram, so if you're not already following us on Instagram, definitely go check us out. Daniela XDOM asks, fave thing to do when at home in quarantine. I know I have something that comes to mind.
You go first then.
Video games.
Oh, so you're talking about
PS4,
for both of us.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Our favorite activity to do together, we've done a few like survival type games.
Yeah.
We're gamers sometimes.
We have spent a lot of time together, and I've found out that she's pretty into video games.
Not as
throughout
much as
this
you,
whole
though.
process.
I enjoy them.
I mean, I played video games all through growing up. Yeah, we've been into a lot of survival games that we've been able to play together recently, and Overcooked 2.
Yeah, Overcooked 2.
If you guys have ever played that game, that's a really good relationship tester. I wouldn't really call it a builder. If you make it through without killing each other, then it's a builder. But
yeah,
certainly test your relationship skills.
We played The Forest.
Yeah.
And what's the
Stranded Deep.
Stranded Deep. I think that one was my favorite.
Yeah. So if you guys are into survival games, those are fun games that you can do together.
I just remember growing up, I would always just watch my brothers play video games, and so it's kind of relaxing watching Drue play.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like that's all we've done.
Yeah, no. Obviously, we've done other things. Don't get me wrong. But
yeah. it's nice to chill at the end of the day. Just curl up and play some video games together.
I know. It's relaxing. Bus driver Mike 881 asked, "Are you having distant learning at OSU this fall or in the classroom?" So
I'm all online.
Yeah, for my schedule, it's about half and half. But after Thanksgiving break, they're all going to online.
I'm all online, and I know some of the other schools have gone to all online, and I wouldn't be surprised if Ohio State transfers that within the next couple of weeks. I mean, I think they're going to see how it goes once students come back on campus, but I
like being on campus.
I bet if there's a spike though in cases, if people aren't social distancing, wearing your mask, and it's not going to last too long of in-person classes and whatnot.
Unless vaccine is found, which until then, you know, people need to stay safe. So
stay safe out there.
Ohio State Country asked, "What was it like getting married during COVID?"
Oh man,
that is something that we could make a whole video.
Right.
Honestly, maybe we should.
Still a little bit of a touchy subject too, honestly.
Yeah.
Anytime we're watching like a movie or something and we see like this like big elegant wedding, and you know, at the time it was like, hey, let's just do it, you know, spur of the moment. Take advantage of it while we can before everything shuts down. I think I wouldn't change anything.
No, me neither.
But it would have been nice to have all of our family and friends there. Don't get me wrong, especially with like how big the proposal was and how public.
We had big plans. Yeah, it was gonna be like the fairy tale wedding.
Yeah.
But yeah, COVID happened. But like Drue said, neither of us, when we talk about it now, we wouldn't change anything that we did. We're just happy to be married now. And ultimately, that's what it's all about. It's just being together, which has been nice during quarantine. Like I wouldn't want to have to like worry about that stuff. And it's just one less thing to worry about, kind of.
Right.
Life is a lot simpler being married for us.
It would have been a rough quarantine.
Yeah.
Having to keep pushing the date back and back and back.
Right, because it's what we figured was, you know, we could push it back 2 months, but what if
everything was better?
Yeah,
and it turns out it wasn't better by then, so we would have probably been getting married maybe
we
sometime
probably wouldn't
now.
be married.
We probably still wouldn't be married,
Because
honestly.
with football and how strict they are with
And how
Drue,
uncertain everything was. I mean, I didn't
It's
know
still-
the next week schedule just because how fluid everything was. I mean, we literally had to be ready on the spur of the moment to like either, you know, have a season, not have a season, work out this date, you know, not be able to come back. So I didn't have a really set schedule, and even today we really aren't even sure what's gonna be happening just because of how uncertain everything is. But that should really been the whole year. So
as far as
it's good we did it when we did.
As far as the actual wedding, it was stressful.
Maybe we will do a whole video
but
talking about our wedding day.
Yeah.
And how that whole transpired.
Comment down below if you want us to do a video just talking about getting married during quarantine. We should do a whole video of that. Dylan W Rona 26_ asked, I start college on Monday. Any advice?
This is kind of funny because her little sister is heading off to BYU.
Yes.
Shoot, what, next month? Less than that?
No, and like this week. My number one piece of advice is be involved on campus. Like, I wish I would have done that sooner. Like, find a club that you want to be a part of or something. It'll just, number one, look good on your resume. Number two, you know, you'll find friends that way that have the same interests as you. And it's just fun. I mean, I wish I would have done that sooner, so that's my biggest piece of advice.
Yeah, get involved on campus if you can join the football team. You know, there's a lot of good benefits to that.
Right.
No, my advice was be very aware of the parking rules on campus, and just if you're gonna have a car on campus, don't get caught illegally parking, because you will rack up some pretty hefty parking tickets, which I found out my freshman year. I've probably paid close to $1,000 in parking fines.
Wow.
Just throughout my
I didn't have a car
4 to 5 years. So
until 2 years ago.
Yeah, they're looking, I mean, Ohio State's really bad, but I've heard it's pretty bad on most campuses. So be aware of the parking rules.
Yes, good advice. Ooh, this one's fun. Any future names you would give your kids?
Dasani.
Oh, that was asked by
Aquafina.
Briar Layton. Sorry, I'm probably saying these wrong. Drue has this dream of
You want to hear some baby names?
Our kids
I got you.
After water bottle brand.
She is not a huge fan of these names
I wouldn't mind, like, Fiji isn't bad. Yeah, that one's not bad. I have a list.
My baby name.
Do we both have a list? I don't know if I want to share all of them though, but I'll share some of them that I've liked recently. It's a long list. I kind of like the name Sigrid. Sigrid? I don't know, it's prettier in Spanish. I knew a girl named Sigrid in Peru, and I really liked her name. I don't know. Piper, I think, is really cute. Louis for a boy, I think is cute. Little Louis.
Louis Chrisman.
Louis Chrisman. I like the Chrisman, like a C, like a hard C, and then Chrisman, like Katie Chrisman. But I wouldn't want to name our kid Katie, but like I like that, you know, the hard C noise. Anyways,
the name
you know what I
you're
mean.
Forgetting is Mary. All right, Noah, 4432 Scott. Is Drue related to Trav Chrisman? Yes. Next question. Okay, so now we're getting into some of the football ones, which were pretty heavily dominated in the question section. So first one by Tracer_Jesus. Any football season, there will be no Ohio State football, no Big Ten football this fall at least, along with Pac-12. And then we'll see what happens to the rest of the Power 5 conferences. So then the next option that we have is moving it to the spring. And there were quite a few questions about the spring season at Ohio State. Just kind of my thoughts on that. You just kind of taking it day by day. You don't know what's really going to happen later down the line. You know, I don't think anybody should be making any rash decisions right now, signing with agents, taking any money just because, I mean, anything you've taken away from this year is just, you don't know what's going to happen next. So I think you just kind of got to wait and see what happens. we still have plenty of time. If anything, time is on our side right now. Most guys are, we're preparing for a season. We would be playing in a few weeks. So I don't think there's any big rush to start preparing for the NFL draft. Enjoy time with family and friends, and your boys at college right now for the seniors, and we're holding out on the spring season, and that's what we're preparing for right now. And Coach Day's got a plan for us to hopefully start back to first as long as everything goes to plan. So we'll see what happens. Obviously the decision didn't work out in our favor as we would have liked. The hardest part about that is there's no transparency with what the decision was either. It was just kind of, we were ready to go practice one day, and then it was like, that was it. They just pulled the cord out from underneath of us. So we kind of saw it coming leading up to that decision, but it doesn't really hit home until they actually say you don't have a season. So it's tough, but spring will be here before you know it. So if we can somehow make that happen, I think any little bit is better than nothing. So but there's still tons of hurdles to have to jump through to get to that, but at least they're starting on it now instead of waiting until a couple weeks out, which is what we did with this fall. So just kind of hang in there and keep fighting. That's kind of been our motto throughout this whole process, and just fighting and be flexible with whatever happens. That's kind of my 2 cents on this whole football thing. I know she was looking forward to a season.
I mean, I was. We really wanted to vlog every single game, and obviously I was looking forward to going to all the games, and it's kind of nice, with the senior season, you know what to expect, when it's over, and you can kind of let those feelings, come in the time they're supposed to. But now it's different because you don't get, there's no closure yet. I mean, obviously, you guys could play in the spring, but there's obviously a chance that you won't as well. So it's just weird. And like Drew said, we're just taking it a day at a time. And also, people are struggling with a lot worse things right now. So, I mean, life is good, really. We're just trying to be patient and, I don't know, look on the bright side of things.
We appreciate you guys, sticking around with us, and, hopefully you guys find some clarity throughout this whole thing as well. But that's for the time being, man. The Buckeyes are just going to keep grinding, whether if it's, playing or not. So we'll be getting better, and hopefully it will be coming out even stronger out of this. Hope you guys are staying safe out there, and we will see you guys next time. Hopefully we can all look back on this and laugh about it.
I'm sure, yeah. Thanks for watching. If you guys liked the video, like and subscribe down below, and we'll see you next time.